Feral cats are overrunning one neighborhood in Dania Beach. The irate homeowners contacted Jacey, our animal advocate, to try and initiate some change here.
Yeah, they were running out of ideas. But as I dug deeper into the laws surrounding these community cats, I found out that the cat feeders take on a much bigger responsibility when it comes to caring for those felines.
We have about 200 cats in just this area right here, and it's overwhelming.
We have a huge overpopulation of cats, raccoons, ducks, birds, you name it.
Outraged homeowners joining together after being outnumbered by wild animals on their personal properties.
And you know what it is to have to come to your home and all you smell is cat poop? That's the first thing that hits you, or a dead cat.
They poop everywhere and it's disgusting, to be honest. Especially with little kids. I have a little daughter.
The neighbors are pointing fingers at one woman they have recorded on home surveillance cameras feeding the cats. And by proxy, the raccoons, the ducks, and anything else that comes across the free food.
I called the cops already.
Go ahead, I'm in the street.
I have called the cops.
The animal feeder has people up in arms about where she feeds. Does she feed
in our home
on your property?
She has. When we first moved in, we had to vacate her. We have called the police several times, and she's just moved to the opposite side of the street, right in front of our house.
Late at night or early in the morning, according to these videos, along this wall, directly across the street from families annoyed at all the animals being lured in.
She's not taking care of the cats, she's just feeding them. How are you gonna say you love animals or cats and you're not helping to take care of them? Feeding an animal is not taking care of them.
Rafael Crocado has been fighting with the feeder since 2019.
And I finally said, hey, you need to stop. I said, if you're not going to be proactive in trapping these cats while you're feeding them, then you need to find somewhere else to feed them or stop feeding them so they can spread and not be congregated in just this area.
From surveillance cameras to no trespassing signs and cages, residents here have had to tackle the cat population problem themselves, but they're still begging for more help.
I caught 11 cats on one night, but I had to release them.
Rafael has resorted to catching the cats himself, trying to get them spayed and neutered on his personal time at his own expense, buying or even making his own cages. He resorted to that after being told by the Dania Beach city attorney, quote, "The city's hands are tied." She goes on to say that Dania Beach does not have the capacity or the funding to take on the task of managing the feral cats. So we checked with Broward County Animal Care and Adoption. Their community cat coordinator said cats may be fed on one's own private property or with permission. But once the feeder becomes the caretaker, now that feeder must provide medical care, including sterilization of the cat colony. Neighbors say she is not doing that.
This is Jacey Birch, animal advocate for Local 10. I spoke to you yesterday.
I spoke with the alleged cat feeder by phone. She refused to talk on camera, but she left me a voicemail refuting the claims and saying she's limited due to her disability.
People like me, we put our lives into this. There's nothing but tons of animals being abandoned right now. That's always been a big dumping ground.
And TNR, that's the Trap, Neuter, Release program used as a humane way to control the free-roaming feline population, well, it can be complicated. For example, BCAC only allows 2 cats per person a day and only by appointment, something Rafael just could not keep up with.
Because I had to pay $50 to get them neutered and spayed to release them again. And it's just too much of an expense for me. I can't do it anymore.
This one's frustrating, guys. There is not an easy answer to this massive South Florida problem we have. I checked, and right now the Humane Society of Broward County is not accepting feral cats for sterilization. That is expected to change next year. But there are a few rescue organizations that are, like Animal Aid, Cats Exclusive, and even Saving Sage, which we featured today. So I went ahead and linked all of them on our website for you at local10.com. But remember, if you do feed the cats, you need to be caring for them medically as well. That is part of the deal. Julie.